Hey there, hello, and what's up? Back with your boy Revan tonight with a topic that everyone can relate to: building mutual trust with someone. So, for starters, let's see. We, as human beings, need to survive. And to survive, we need other people we can trust. But you're wondering, how the hell can we trust other people? Good question, right? Even I can't really answer this question confidently, but I'll try my best to answer it for you. Embrace mutual respect. According to Immanuel Kant, 1785, respect means recognizing another person's right to think and be different. You cannot build trust if you demand people conform to your exact mold. True trust requires accepting and respecting differences. I think the main important part to gain other person's trust is first to earn it through respect. Respect plays a huge part in trusting each other, and it shows that people accepts you even though you are in a different light from them. And according to philosopher Robert C. Solomon and CEO Fernando Flores, who co-authored the influential book Building Trust in Business, Politics, Relationships, and Life, 2003, they argued that trust is not just a passive social glue, quote unquote, but an active, ongoing emotional skill built on promises, commitments, integrity, and reflection. Make active commitments. Trust is a verb, not just a baseline assumption. Solomon and Flores emphasize that trust is forged through specific promises, honoring agreements, and doing the hard work to sustain them over time. Acquiring trust from complete strangers can be tough and rigorous. People will not immediately trust you when they first met you, so they put you on a test, or the other way around, like you are testing them. Through a display of discipline and active commitments, you can slowly but surely build a bond with someone. Next, practice vulnerability and sincerity. Eastern philosophy, like Confucianism, emphasizes that sincerity and empathy from the root of building trusting relationships. Acknowledging mistakes, taking accountability, and being transparent about your intentions are fundamental. To give your trust to someone, you have to be willingly to show your vulnerability to them. Because to be vulnerable with someone you can trust is to be safe. Sincerity also plays a huge part because trusts are built on being truthful with each other. Mistakes are made, and it is normal during building a relationship with someone. Being sincere helps you and the other person to feel safe with each other. Because if you're not, that means something is definitely holding you from trusting each other. The next one, to calibrate instead of assuming blindly. Philosophers like Paul Faulkner explore trust as a virtue. Mature trust is not naive or blind. It involves a rational choice to rely on others while maintaining open communication and managing expectations. Trusting someone blindly can be very fatal to our lives because in this world where dog eat dogs, we all have to be very careful in choosing people. You want to trust who you want to trust. Calibrating by communicating and learn about them first before trusting them. If your expectations met the criteria, you can rationally choose to trust them. Like, you talk to them first and you learn that this person can be trustable or a good person overall. So you choose to trust them. That is a rational choice on trusting someone and not blindly trusting them, which is very, very bad. And let's move on to the ethic violation. When trust is violated, the structures and bonds you made with someone will shatter and fall apart. Because the moment that you betray someone else's trust, that means that you are making yourself an enemy to them. This scenario can go from bad to worse very easily if both parties do not convince each other again. Such scenarios could lead to estrangement, alienation, discrimination, accusation, and murder. A real case from 2012, the murder of 16-year-old Skylar Neese in Star City, West Virginia, is one of the most chilling cases of teenage betrayal. Skylar was lured from her home in the middle of the night by her two best friends, Sheila Eddy and Rachel Shoaff, who she deeply trusted. They drove to a remote wooded area where her friends fatally stabbed her in a premeditated plot. The deception, Skylar's disappearance, initially baffled the investigators because she willingly climbed out of her bedroom window at night to get into a car with girls she considered her closest companions. After the murder, Eddy and Shoaff actively deceived the public, even going on television and posting on social media alongside Skylar's grieving parents to plead for her safe return. The twisted motive. The motive behind the murder was startlingly senseless. The girls later confessed that they simply decided to murder Skylar because they no longer wanted to be friends with her. They spent months planning the attack, waiting for the perfect time to carry it out. The resolution. For months, the community was gripped by the mystery of Skylar's disappearance. The truth finally unraveled in early 2013, where Rachel Shoaff suffered a mental breakdown and confessed to her mother and an attorney, eventually leading police to Skylar's hidden remains. Both girls ultimately pleaded guilty and received lengthy prison sentences for their roles in the murder. This world is very scary, and trusting people needs a lot of work, so you don't end up like Skylar. Rest in peace for Skylar, by the way. Yes, trusting people can be both beneficial and self endangerment, risking our lives like a gamble if we don't do it carefully. Okay, I think that's our talk for today. I hope you understand on trust and mutual respect for this talk today. It is quite heavy actually because for me, trust is very important, and I like to be respected, to be put in a place together as the same level to other person. I think that's a good feeling to me because for for my whole life, I was disrespected, and I tend to not trust people because of that. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on and goodbye. Be careful on who you want to trust and rely on. Stay safe and see you later. Thank you.